What's up, YouTube? Midnitekrawlr back up in this piece with Brews and Views. Man, haven't done one of these vids in so long. Actually, I was really hesitant to do one without Rachel behind the camera because I love collaborating with her. But who knows when we'll hang out again. It was a slaughter at Texas Frightmare Weekend. I was going to shoot a Brews and Views episode there, but man, it just was crazy. So yeah, let's just knock one out. Doing it like I always do, shooting it with one hand and uh, with the other just drinking beer and showing off DVDs. Yeah, today we are drinking a Shiner Bock, just a regular. They had the 4 pack of 16 ounces for $7.50 with tax included. That wasn't too bad for a convenience store. And yeah, 4.4%. It's a good all around beer. So you can see it's a really nice dark amber color and just a very flavorful beer, man. So let's take a drink for Brews and Views, the return. Oh man, that's good, man. The weekend is here, Friday night. Watching Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers for Friday Night Film Frenzy. And wow, let's get on with the views. It's been a while. This is like a nice little stack of what I've seen since Texas Frightmare Weekend. Caught up on a lot of my watches. And first thing off, the Octagon. Now, I had seen this on Netflix a couple years back and wasn't too impressed. It was like a 5 out of 10. Oh, excuse me. So with this rewatch, got this for $1 at a pawn shop, by the way. It was still a 5 out of 10. Lots of slow burn, but it's just the payoff isn't, I don't know, it just isn't all that, I guess. I do watch a lot of martial arts flicks, from Hong Kong and China, and man, I don't know, man, just some of the fight sequences are real cheesy, but still, the highlight of this DVD release though is the making of featurette. It's like 40 minutes long, and it is really good, man, really in depth, and it's actually better than the movie in my opinion. So if you haven't seen the making of featurette, highly recommend you watch it. I really enjoyed it, man. It's awesome. All right. So next up, first time watch is Jim Brown in Slaughter's Big Ripoff from Soul Cinema. This was a fun flick right here, man. Nice urban cinema, dash of sleaze. Yeah, Jim Brown. I've never seen him in a solo flick before, and he was great, man. He was awesome. He was a badass. Scatman Crothers has a cameo in this, and yeah, man, I really dug it. There's a lot of cocaine use in it, which was, took me back to high school. I'm just kidding. 7 out of 10 for me. Really enjoyable. The beginning sequence with Jim Brown's hanging out at a party with friends, and this airplane, like a crop duster, starts terrorizing them with a guy with a machine gun blasting, and there's this headshot that's just whoa. It's really good, man. Fucking this dude's head just gets blown right off, man. Brains everywhere. It's fucking awesome, man. All right, next up, another revisit is the Dark Crystal. Now this one, it seems to get better the older I get. Now when I was younger, I really wasn't a fan of it. I mean, I did enjoy it, but I checked on IMDb the last time I watched it was maybe a year or two ago, and I scored it a 7 out of 10. Not this time. After watching it again, 9 out of 10. It gets better, like I said, the older I get. So damn good. I appreciate it more, I guess. Jim Henson, Frank Oz, icons, but yeah, loved it. And this was a dollar score at a Goodwill. Nice little clamshell, great condition, decent condition at least, but it's pretty cool. Very unique cover art as well. I've got a lot of compliments on the Facebook post and on Instagram. And let's jump on to a first time watch from Hammer Films collection, The Gorgon. I've never seen it before. Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, awesome atmosphere. And it was like a 6 out of 10 for me. It didn't completely blow my mind, but it was really good. I dug it. 6 out of 10's positive. It's like a 3 out of 5. All right, so next up, it's Naked You Die, the Antonio Margheriti collection. This was fucking awesome. From 1968. I'm not a big Giallo fan, but I might start getting into them because this one was really good. 7 out of 10 for me. It's like a killer terrorizing a school for girls. And the best performance was by this, I believe she's a British actress, Sally Smith. Oh man, she was phenomenal, man. She stole the show. Her character was like funny, man, but she was just, her acting was just superb, man. But Naked You Die, awesome. It's like in Italian, so you have to read English subtitles, but I'm glad because it really had me immersed, like I was like in Italy and shit or wherever this movie was taking place. Really awesome flick. All right, next up, Black Widow. This is a rewatch, and the last time I saw it was when I was like a preteen, watching it on Cinemax, man. And I remember it blew my mind because there's this one sex scene in a pool, and that's all I remember mostly. But after watching it again, Teresa Russell is just freaking beautiful, man. She is hot. She plays the Black Widow. She kills all her husbands and takes off with their cash. And this is a private investigator, Deborah Winger, and it looks great. It's also on Netflix. I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't. It's a great thriller. 8 out of 10, man. So damn good. And Dennis Hopper's also in it. He has a cameo in it. Pretty cool. Next up, The Thrill of a Kill. This is a fun little slasher, torture flick. The opening sequence is just probably the best part of the movie. It's really dreamlike, atmospheric. It's just bonkers, man, and in a good way. And then after that, you get into like the torture, the kidnap, the abduction. 6 out of 10, but it was an interesting watch. I believe this is from this is a Norwegian flick. Another recent rewatch was Mother's Day. Had to do it for Mother's Day that just recently passed, and 10 out of 10. I just love this movie. That's all I can say. 10 out of 10. Watch it if you haven't. Death Row Game Show, man. I got to see this flick on like this Vinegar Syndrome release, and they did a great job because I had like on a shitty like 10-pack, and man, I love this movie. 9 out of 10. I'm gonna watch. There's like a director's cut also in here that I'm gonna watch next, so that's kind of interesting. See how different it is. Splatter University, finally watched it for the first time, and it is awesome. Wow, I had no idea the movie was that good, man. I loved it. 8 out of 10. Really, man, it was badass. That's all I'm gonna say. Next up, Stakeland. I actually want to watch this again because Stakeland 2 was on Netflix, and I kind of wanted to watch them together, do a double feature. So Stakeland Revisited, still good. Like I loved it the first time. 8 out of 10. Awesome Danielle Harris cameo. She has a small role in it. Stakeland 2 on Netflix though was it was 6 out of 10 for me. But Stakeland, a must see. All right, next up, Anatomy 2. Haven't seen the first one, but this was a dollar pickup at a pawn shop, and this one was surprisingly very good, man. It's like it reminded me like of The Skulls, but in a hospital, where doctors have a private club, and they do like some shady, things, that only they know of. It has to do with like synthetic muscles, and it's just really bizarre, but really cool, man. At the same time, this was like a 7 out of 10 for me. Yeah, it was awesome. I liked it. All right, another rewatch recently. I feel like revisiting Dark Water because it'd been a while since I watched it. Creepy, goodness, really good. The remake is also good. 7 out of 10, really enjoyable. And we're gonna finish things off, guys, with the Nakatsu Roman Porno Trailer Collection. Wow. 10 out of 10 right here. If you're a fan of sleaze, if you're a fan of Asian cinema, erotic cinema, definitely recommend you check this out. The trailers are from like the 70s, so they have that 70s artsy feel and vibe, gritty, grime, sleaze, just, oh man, so damn good. I love the titles of some of these trailers and the way they're cut. They're just awesome. Here's an example of one. Nurse Diary, Assy Fingers, or Nurse's Dormitory, Assy Fingers. Wow, Assy Fingers. Wow, that's something I definitely would want to watch. But no, this movie, this compilation of trailers is fucking phenomenal. So that's gonna be it, guys, for Brews and Views. It's not the same without Rachel behind the camera, but maybe we'll get her next time to come to the domain And until next time, peace.